DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Topic of this video is buying time. Now, this is a concept that when I talk about increasing your output, whether that be you want to be more productive, you just want to do more of whatever you already got going, or you want to improve your effectiveness or efficiency, which is, I explained the difference between those three things in a previous video, probably a few days ago from whenever you're watching this. Understand that the fastest way to do this, fastest way to increase your output or improve your output or improve your results with respect to your limited available time is to buy time. Now, what does it mean to buy time? Now, we all know there's a limit as human beings that we only have 24 hours in a day, and there's only a certain amount of time that all of us have in life. So this is why time is the most valuable resource we have. So you can buy time, you can multiply your results in ways that other people don't, simply because, not because they can't buy time, simply because they don't buy time. They don't have a mindset to do it. And here's why this is important. First of all, let's talk about how you do this. And then, let's talk about how it's important, then we'll talk about how you do it. The reason this is important is because you have a limit of time. There's not a limit to how much money you can make. It's not a limit to how much energy you can have. It's not a limit to your attention or your focus in a general sense, but there is a limit to your time. You run out of time, then that's it. You only got, again, 24 hours in a day and only a certain number of days, months, and years in your life. So what you want to do is buy time by getting time from other places that will allow you to get more done in the same limit of time that you already have. So let's just talk about a day. You got 24 hours in a day, right? So there's only so much you can do because certain tasks take a certain amount of time, takes a certain amount of attention and energy, and there's really no way around it. The goal then is not for you to necessarily get faster at doing one thing, even though you could get faster at, let's say you got to run an errand or something. You can get faster at going to the grocery store and coming back. You can get faster at washing the dishes. You can get faster at, instead of taking 20 minutes to eat lunch, you can eat lunch in 15 minutes. And you can shave a few minutes off here and there in those areas, but that's not really where you buy time. The best place to buy time is for you to find people or things that can get things done on your behalf without you personally doing them yourself. And the reason why we call this buying time is because usually, in order for this to happen, you have to pay a thing or a person to do something for you. Because, I mean, think about yourself. You don't just do stuff for other people, not on a consistent basis for free. I mean, maybe for your kids or for a family member, but overall, and if you got a job, or if you ever had a job, you didn't just go to work for free. You went to work for money, right? They pay you. And the reason that they're willing to pay you is because you're doing some job for them that if you didn't do it, then somebody would still have to get that job done. And if you are an employer, you have people who work for you, then there are things that you're asking. I'm the one making the video, they're not paying attention. If you're an employer, then there are things that you have your staff members do that they are doing because you're paying them to do it, not just because they want to do it out of the kindness of their hearts. They might enjoy the job, but they're not doing it completely for free. They're doing it because they're getting paid to do it. That's their incentive, is the money. Your incentive is the task gets taken care of. So, for example, let's say you got dry cleaning. You can send somebody to go pick up your dry cleaning, and you'll pay them. I don't know how much you pay somebody to pick up dry cleaning, $15 an hour. So now you don't have to go to the dry cleaners. You can stay home or stay at your office or stay wherever you are and keep doing the thing that you're doing. And you can use that time, instead of going to the dry cleaner, you can use that time to be productive and do your business. Like, that's an example. If you, for example, I'll order groceries from Whole Foods, and I use the Amazon app, and then you just order Whole Foods. So instead of me going to Whole Foods, which might take me an hour between going and coming back and getting the groceries, now I can just order through the Whole Foods app. I still got to pay for the groceries the same way. I pay an extra $10 to get the groceries delivered to me. So what am I paying the $10 for? Because the groceries still cost the same amount of money, whether I go pick them up or I get them delivered. But the $10 that I pay is for the delivery, and that actually used to be free. As a matter of fact, Whole Foods delivery used to be free if you spend at least 35 hours. Then they changed it to where it's $10 no matter how much you spend. But I'm willing to spend the $10. Why? Because I'm paying $10 to save an hour of time. So the only thing you have to do is calculate how much is an hour of your time worth. And when I asked people months ago in my text community, I sent this text out and I asked people how much is an hour of your time worth. And the answers that I was getting from people were very big numbers. It was more than $10. Nobody said $10. Let's put it that way. Everybody's answer was some bigger number. Like somebody said priceless. Somebody said $1,000. Somebody said priceless. Somebody said $1,000. People were throwing out $500. People just throwing out these numbers that I know they didn't do any kind of calculations for. But let's just say that they were right. Let's just say your time is worth $1,000 an hour. Your time's worth $1,000 an hour, then you should have no problem paying Amazon or Whole Foods $10 to go get you some groceries. Why? Because that $10 is going to save you $990 because your hour's worth $1,000. You paid $10 to save an hour, so just subtract that $10 from the $1,000 that your time is actually worth. Then it's easy for you to make this decision. If you're trying to make more money in your business, and understand that you want to make more money now, not 5 years from now, not 6 months from now, not 3 months from now. You want to make more money right now in your business because you have a limited amount of time. Eventually, you're going to be dead. All right, you can't make any more money. Eventually, you're going to run out of time when you are viable in the marketplace and able to do things for yourself. So you want to make more money now, not let me keep working on it by myself for another 6 months. Let me keep trying to do it on my own when I've been trying to do it on my own for the last 2 years and it hasn't worked. Let me pay somebody who can help coach me and give me information and insights and access to a process and a system and ideas that will help me actually make more money now in my business, so I can start making that money now and I can kind of put myself on that. I can start my clock of making more money in my business. I want to be making, you're making $100,000 a year, you're only making 40 right now. You want to start making $100,000 a year this year, not 2 years from now, not 3 years from now, because let's just do the math, folks. Let's just do math. Let's say that you're 30 years of age right now and you're going to live until you're 80. All right, we don't know that, but let's just say that was the case. You're going to live until you're 80, so you have 50 more years to be alive. And you're making 40 grand a year right now. You want to be making 100 grand a year. How soon do you want to start making that 100 grand a year? Do you want to start making it 5 years from now, or you want to start making it this year? You want to start making it 3 years from now, or you want to start making it this year? You want to start making it 10 years from now, or do you want to start making it this year? Most of you would answer, you want to start making 100 grand a year this year. You want to start making it as quickly as possible, right? But I talk to entrepreneurs all the time. I talk to just people in general, and they agree with what I just said. But then when it comes time for them to buy time, and buying time in this sense means you pay someone who will give you information or access or some type of coaching or some type of process or some type of system, or maybe all of the above, to help you start making the money that you want to start making right now. When it comes time for someone to actually invest and buy time, all of a sudden the story changes. All of a sudden is, oh, well, let me work on it by myself for a little while longer. All of a sudden is, well, I can't do it right now because I got some kind of money issues, or I'm not sure when I'm going to make money again. Well, mofo, we know you're not sure when you're going to make money again because you're only making $40,000 a year. It ain't much money. All right, that's the problem. All right, that's not the reason why you should not do anything. That's the reason why you need to do something. And it needs to be an emergency that you need to do something. See, this is the issue with buying time. The issue that people have with buying time is not that they don't understand the concept. All of you understand the concept of buying time. Now that I just explained it. All of you understand the value of buying time, because if you buy time, that allows you to achieve your outcomes faster. It allows you to get to your outcomes sooner, and it allows you to achieve more of your desired outcomes than you would if you did not buy time. All right, all of you can understand that. I'll just explain it to you. The reason why many people hesitate to buy time, and the reason why many people ultimately fail or decline to buy time, is not because you don't understand it, is because you have emotional issues and emotional hangups when it comes to parting with your money in order to achieve more of an outcome. Many of you simply have very poor mindsets around money. That's the reason why you don't buy time. You have a poor money mindset. Because of your poor money mindset, your poor money mindset is not reflected just in the amount of money that you have. A poor money mindset is reflected in how you use the money that you have. It's not about how much you got. It is about how much you got. How much money you have is a symptom of your money mindset. It's not the reason for your money mindset. Everybody catch that? The amount of money that you have is not the reason for your money mindset. You can have $0 in the bank and still have a healthy money mindset, because then you can go get more money. This is how a person can be rich, go broke, and get rich again. All right, during that moment that they're broke, when they have no money, they still have a healthy money mindset. They didn't all of a sudden get a poor money mindset because they ain't got no money. All right, some of you have money and you still have a poor money mindset. Your money mindset is not reflected in how much money you have. It's reflected in what you do with the money that you have. So those of you who are unwilling to buy time, you're unwilling to do anything to use your money in order to get yourself more time, that's the reflection of your mindset around money, not in how much you got. The amount that's in your bank account is in what you do with it. And if you can fix this, it can change a whole lot in your life, and it can change in a very short period of time. But you got to get your mind right around how you're using your money and the purpose of money, what it's actually for when it comes to saving yourself time and giving yourself more time in your life. You want to get more done. You want to be more productive. You want to be more effective. You would like to increase your efficiency and just how you're living your life in general. The most important thing you need to do is start using your time. Let me back up. Using your money to buy time. That means hire people, pay for software, pay for access to materials, whether it's a physical good or some type of digital good that allows you to get more things done than you would get done if you did not have that person, that thing, that software, that access, whatever it is, so that you can get more done. So this is reflected in many ways. This is why you pay for access to information, certain insights, certain coaching. The reason why you pay for those things is because those things will help you to achieve an outcome sooner than if you didn't pay for it and you try to do everything by yourself. Many of you are just so slow to get to doing things, and you lie to yourself and say, well, I'm just going to try to work on things by myself. Let me work on things by myself and try to figure it out. And then once I make more money, then I can go and take the money and invest in whatever the information, the access, the insights are. Bullshit. That's the dumbest way to do things. If you doing it by yourself was enough to get you in a position to pay for things, then you wouldn't need to even you wouldn't even need to say that in the first place. You would already be in a position to pay for it. You doing everything by yourself is an inefficient process because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know enough in order to achieve the amount of money that you need in order to invest in yourself. This is the reason why you are not investing, because you have a unqualified person at the helm driving the car. The unqualified person is you. See, this is the issue, folks. This is why this episode of my podcast where I talked about you got to know when to fire yourself from a job. You got to know when you need to be fired from a job. You should not be doing every single job that's taking place in your life. If something goes wrong with your car, you might not be the best person to fix it. You might need to take it to a shop and let an auto mechanic who actually knows what they're doing fix the car, instead of you trying to figure it out and do it all by yourself. All right, it sounds silly, right? Those of you who don't know anything about cars, it would sound silly for you to try to figure it out and do it all by yourself, right? That's why you don't even think twice about hiring a mechanic when something goes wrong with your car. But if something's going wrong with your business, when you clearly are the reason why something's going wrong with your business, because you don't know what you're doing. You're the one that's been working on it for years, right? And it ain't working. So clearly you don't know what you're doing, but you insist that if you keep working on it by yourself, you'll figure it out. All right, how stupid does that sound? Now that I'm putting it in context, it sounds dumb, right? But how many of you have been saying this to yourselves every day for like the last 3 years? And I can say this with confidence because I talk to entrepreneurs every day. So I hear people saying stupid shit like this all the time. Well, I'm just going to work on it some more by myself. Yo, working on it by yourself is what got you to the point that nothing's working. All right, so why would you keep doing it? That doesn't make any sense. But this is what people do all the time. So what you got to ask yourself is, there's a lot of questions you need to ask yourself. The most important one is, how can I use the money that I have to, first of all, fire myself from the job and hire someone who's better than me? That's what you need to be doing. How can I fire myself from certain jobs that I'm failing at and hire someone who is better than me? And here's the good news, folks. There's a whole lot of people out there who are better than you. All you got to do is fire yourself first so that there's a job opening, and then hire someone else who can actually do it. And oftentimes, it's not always necessarily that the person is better than you. It's just that they can do something and it's a more efficient process for them to do it than for you to do it. For example, I'm in the process of hiring a new staff member right now. By the time y'all see this video, they should probably have already been chosen. I'm not going to have them do anything that they're necessarily better than me at. I'm going to have them do a bunch of stuff that I simply don't want to do, or it doesn't make sense for me to do simply because the job is not worth how much an hour of my time is worth. So it's better for me to pay somebody else to do it with less money than it costs for an hour of my time. So if I want somebody to post on social media for me, I want them to take my articles and make sure they go on LinkedIn and Facebook and put them on my website and my blog, and chop up take some video clips and make sure they go on certain social media platforms. I could do all that stuff myself, but an hour of my time is probably worth more than an hour of the person who I'm paying is worth more than an hour of their time. Not probably, it is worth more than an hour of their time. So it's better for me to pay them to do it so I can free up my hour so I can do more things that are higher ROI than me spending my time posting something to Twitter or LinkedIn or Facebook. That's buying time. Because the money that I spend to pay them to work frees up my time, which is worth more money. So it just makes more sense. So if an hour of my time is worth theoretically $100 and an hour of their time is worth $10, then every hour that I pay another person, I'm saving myself $90 because I just freed up 100 hours of availability for $10. Everybody understand this? This is the way that you need to be thinking as a business owner, and understand that all of you are business owners. You are owner of You Incorporated. All right, put your name in there. You Incorporated is the name of your business, and you need to be thinking like a business owner if you want to get paid like a business owner. If you want to produce real results, you got to start thinking like a business owner, stop thinking like an employee, and stop thinking like a poor person, and stop acting like a broke person. All right, even if you are broke, don't act like a broke person. People who have healthy mindsets around money understand that the purpose of money is to use it to create assets, to acquire and create assets. Freeing up your time is an asset. Your time is the most valuable asset you have. So if you are using your time inefficiently, then you are functionally going broke every single minute that you use your time in an inefficient way. You are functionally going broke because you're not using your time in a smart way, using your time inefficiently because you're just trying to hold on to every dollar for no reason when it doesn't even make sense to hold on to the dollars. And the more you do that, actually, paradoxically, the less dollars you will have to play with. You see how all this works? Anyway, inside the Business Builder Framework, which is one of the trainings that I have inside of Work on Your Game University, I explain this even further so all of you can understand it. I'll probably put this video in there as a bonus so that this will help drive the message home. Sometimes people just need to hear the same message in a different way in order to get it. But this is all inside of Work on Your Game University. So if you are not a member yet of the university, go to workonyourgameuniversity.com. The link's down below in the description to this video. And text me. Tell me the best point you got from this vid. My number is 305-384-6894. Once you text me, that number's down below in the description as well. You'll be getting my daily motivation text that I send out every day for free to everybody in my text community. My number, again, 305-384-6894. Number down below in the description, as well as the link to Work on Your Game University. Work on your game. Dre all